Now, I actually teach at Melbourne University as well, and I love to examine students and teachers and so forth. So why don't we just ask some of our poster participants here just to describe their posters. Don't have to be shy, you can say Mandarin or English. We'll start with this first one. This one's got a liver in the middle. Yeah, so would you like to talk about your poster here? Mrs. Wu.
Yeah. Because this opportunity, I encourage our students, not by one person, but our grade, the group of the students, so they contribute. They just show us how important, what kind of knowledge they know from the website. So that's why all these, some write in Chinese, because they want to show more Chinese people, but here, bilingual. English and Chinese, and the other side, the children more concentrated, try harder. Even they research from not all pictures. I feel very proud of them because our school only Saturday, so that means they finish their work within one day. So that's why I think should encourage them. Would you please give us a clap? Show your encouragement. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, this, because we really appreciate the students doing this, it's a lot of hard work, making these posters, researching about liver and hepatitis B, hopefully teaching their parents and relatives about hepatitis B as well. We've got a little prize for all of you here, actually, both students and teachers. So that's generously given by HSBC, one of our sponsors here. So if we get Vivian to come up, so HSBC have been partners with the Australian Chinese Medical Association for many years now, and they've given a very, very suitable present for the Lunar New Year. There's actually a horse in each of these bags, and we've also got the President of the Australian Medical Association here, Dr. Stephen Parnes. He's also going to give them a little gift on behalf of the ACMAB. So you get so lots of presents today. So I'll get Stephen to give the gifts out, and then he might say a few words on behalf of the Australian Medical Association, who obviously the ACMAB remains a strong affiliate of. But Stephen, perhaps just we've got purple ones to give. Yeah, just. So, thank you, Mrs. Wu. So a round of applause, everyone, once again for the students. All their hard work making these posters. There were more students before, but they all had to go off for lunch because, as a gastroenterologist, you know that you do have to listen to your stomach, but you also have to listen to your liver, ladies and gentlemen. So go back to your communities, spread the word. If you are from a high endemic country, get screened, know your hepatitis B status. You can save lives doing that. So, beautiful. So we're just getting some of the prizes. So this is what the New Year's all about. All about health, promoting health for your family and so forth. So thank you very much. You can stay up there while Stephen gives his speech if he wants. He won't be that long. I won't be that. Yeah.
Well, thanks very much, Chris. The Australian Medical Association is delighted to be associated with the Chinese Australian Medical Association. This is an issue not just for Melbourne, not just for Victoria, or indeed the entire country. Hepatitis B is a global health problem. It affects millions and millions of people on a daily basis. We lose between 700,000 and 1 million people to hepatitis B every year. What I can say about hepatitis B is this: it can be prevented. There are so many diseases that can't be, that at best can be controlled. But hepatitis B is preventable. We have a highly effective vaccination regime that can prevent the disease in the first place and in turn save many, many lives. We also know that hepatitis B is highly infectious. It spreads within families, within households, and from mothers to babies. And in this day and age, with our knowledge and with the ability to vaccinate, we should be able to dramatically reduce it. What I would also say is that there are so many people who have hepatitis B who don't even realise that they have the illness. And if they did know, then the treatment available so easily today would result in a dramatic improvement in not only their length of life, but also their quality of life. So we're very, very pleased to support the Jade Ribbon campaign. In particular, we acknowledge that 1 in 10 Australians have hepatitis B, and that 1 in 4 will die from this disease if it is not managed early enough. But if it is picked up, 97% will survive, and that's an incredible figure that we need to keep in our minds. We know that immigrants to this country are not routinely screened for the disease, and that's silly. That needs to change. And we also know that this is not confined to the Chinese community. It affects people from Africa, the Middle East, Southern Europe, where my ancestors are from, the Pacific Rim and the Pacific Islands. Very few people are spared this disease and its exposure. And so in Australia we have approximately 250,000 people with chronic hepatitis B, but the scary figure is nearly half of those people don't know it. So that's something that we need to do something about, and today's event is playing a big part in changing. So what can we do as individuals? We can get tested for hepatitis B. We can get tested to see whether our vaccinations have indeed been given or whether they're working. And we can talk to our family and friends to have them be checked as well and vaccinated. Also, speak to your doctor, your family doctor, who knows a great deal about hepatitis B. I'd acknowledge my good friend Dr. Theong Lo, who's in Flemington, who works closely with the Chinese community, working on problems such as these. And so if you find that you have the disease, it is not the end of the world, it is the opportunity for highly effective treatment. So in summary, on behalf of the Australian Medical Association, I'd like to congratulate everyone who's been involved with today's efforts, and more importantly beyond this. The President, Dr. Nicole Yap, the Vice President, Dr. Chris Leung, and all who have been involved, and I'd pay particular note of the Chinese Cancer Society, who do so much wonderful work in supporting members of the Chinese community who are afflicted with cancer. So I will close there. Thank you all for your interest, and may the rest of the afternoon go well. Thank you.
So thank you Stephen, and thank you for the ethnic Chinese schools. So what we have next is something that's very interesting. This is all about happy Lunar New Year. It's all about health.